Today on Dinosaur Island, we see here a large group of herbivores. Followed behind them are some of the carnivores. It's getting very cold on this side of the island, so they have to venture south, where the next two episodes will be taking place. Here are the Utah raptors. They've successfully laid 3 eggs, which are farther over there. They are about to hatch. They begin coming out of the ground. Something lurks in the jungle. Many different creatures lurk in the jungle. Even giant bugs will hunt them. So they must move. They begin migrating with the other group. The largest one takes off. The other two lag behind. They are even quicker than their parents, so they can easily catch up with the group. These 3 carnivores, the Utah raptor, Cryolophosaurus, and Spinosaurus, all lag behind from the herbivores. They're not hunting them, but they're following them to the migration route. But a humongous Tyrannosaurus lurks behind in the brush. He will prey on almost anything. He sights a weakened Triceratops, moving farther away from the group. This Triceratops has bad eyesight and cannot see too well. He walks ahead while the rest sit and graze. He's an old, weakened male, perfect for the T-Rex. You may think that big, huge plate is for protection. It barely helps anything but to cool it off. In fact, that head is very weak, and it's only supposed to make it Triceratops look bigger. He leaves a big, gruesome, bloody mark in the side of the Triceratops, and is able to kill him. The rest of the group, only the Edmontosaurus sees it. This is a large, experienced bull Edmontosaurus. He knows that if the Edmontosaurus runs, he knows that if he runs, the T-Rex will follow him. The Triceratops are too deep in the grass, or too small, and so they can't see too well in front of them. And the Ankylosaurus just doesn't care. The Utah raptors stalk the grasslands too. They're also looking for prey, but their time has passed. The Utah raptors see something. Sees it as a prey item. He sees it as nothing more than a rock. And he goes back to must be careful. This is Jack. This is Jaw. No, this is not Jaws. This is Long Snout. Actually, no, Jagged Tooth. Jagged Tooth is his name. This is a little Jagged Tooth for his jagged-like teeth. Then there's Short Nose and their leader Stripe. Jagged Tooth wanders off from the group and investigates the larger Utah raptors. He cannot camouflage too well, but he is able to hide from them for his size. He runs off and goes with his brothers. The Spinosaurus, Jaws here, watches the Utah raptor, making sure the Utah raptor doesn't do anything funny. Here we see Red. He is moving in. He knows he must keep his distance from the herbivores, or the Ankylosaurus and Montosaur might attack. He's trying to scavenge off the Triceratops, but a large T-Rex can sometimes be dangerous. He decides to go for the young Triceratops. Begins clawing at the Triceratops, but his brother knocks the Ankylosaurus away. Although these are two young Triceratops, Ankylosaurus knows better. He does not want to risk any more. He doesn't want to risk injury. The herd continues on. The herd continues on, for they have picked up speed. The Ankylosaurus lags behind, but he soon goes at as high speed as he can. The Megaraptor must speed up. The Utah Raptors over here have missed their chance. The carnivores have found a resting spot. They're not really traveling together, but they're just following the same route as some of the other dinosaurs. Again, it turns night. All the dinosaurs sleep peacefully. The next morning they begin continuing on across the plains, where they must find a place to rest. They need to find the southern area, where the Zuni Tyrannus and the humongous Ceratosaurs live. The Pygmalion too. Most of the dinosaurs have picked up pace over the night, and they're almost to the desert. The Spinosaurus and the Cryosaur, though, are still lagging behind. They were resting all night. Utahraptor, though, is awoken by the grunts of the other dinosaurs. The Cryosaurus and the Spinosaurus are then awoken. Spinosaurus sees that there is no dinosaurs. Can't see the Cryosaurus with his camouflage body, so he goes back to sleep. The Cryosaurus continues on. He quickly runs towards the herd, which is way up there. He's able to catch up in the grasslands. They must be careful. The grasslands are filled with danger. Like who knows what. A humongous Tyrannosaurus stalks the herd up ahead. The Utahraptor sees the Tyrannosaurus and is starving. Instead of going after the plant eaters, he goes after the Tyrannosaurus. The Utahraptor tackles the Tyrannosaurus and begins clawing at its face. It was a young Tyrannosaurus, and he got quickly killed by the Utahraptor. The Utahraptor digs in, while the Cryosaurus hasn't eaten either, and he begins feeding. The carnivores are dying quite well. The Spinosaurus can smell the meat. He then decides to go. Way up there, the Spinosaurus finally catches up. The meat of the T-Rex is almost gone. And the Spinosaurus finally gets there. But the Spinosaurus wants to rest. The Utahraptor knows better. He can handle a juvenile Tyrannosaurus, but he can't handle the full-grown Spinosaurus, the largest creature on the island. The Cryosaurus knows better too. The next day, the dinosaurs have rested. The T-Rex is almost gone. Spinosaurus has eaten a lot. They're almost to the desert. The predators, though, got an early start. They're already at the desert, but it's still cold here. The predators need to get, the herbivores need to get there fast. Spinosaurus will stay behind and finish his kill. It doesn't matter whether you're late or you're early to the other side. Just get there before they all freeze. Hours later, the predators have stayed to look around for any signs of dead dimetrodons, who they cannot survive in this cold climate. The herbivores finally get there too. The predators have just moved on, have moved barely any farther up. Nothing seems to roam the deserts. The Dimetrodons must have gotten an early start. The predators are almost there. Next time, they will be at their fate in the south, where it's much warmer. But will it be any less dangerous? Find out next time.